Hello lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. To all my old and returning subscribers, the reason why I'm here doing this again is because of you. I really appreciate. Thank you all for your comments, for the likes, for the engagement, for the encouragement. That is what motivates me to do this all the time. And if you're a new subscriber, maybe you're just stumbling upon my channel for the first time, my name is Chisom. I'm here to tell you, give you gist about my life abroad, living in the UK, and any information I come across that could be useful about how you can relocate, motherhood, tips, gist, and every other thing in between. Okay guys, so we've been on a series for quite some time now. I've been telling you guys that life abroad is sweet, life abroad is lovely. Like anybody that is close to me will know that I'm an advocate for moving abroad, because moving abroad will open you to a lot of opportunities. It's no longer in Nigeria or in Africa where you ask a child, what do you want to be in the future? And the child only says, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse, I want to be an accountant, I want to be an engineer. In the abroad, there are opportunities. Guys. My young nephew is actually a footballer. At 12 years old, he's been signed by a very big club. At 12 years old, who could believe that a child can actually grow and the parents are grooming him to be a footballer? And there are other options. There are tennis, there are swimming, ballerina. My daughter says she wants to be a ballet dancer, and actually I'm working towards that for her. So what am I saying? It's not just about us, even the kids. There are a lot of opportunities here that we can tap in. I'm a big advocate for moving abroad. However, guys, UK is not the only place where you can actually move to and have a good life for you and your family. I keep on telling my friends, UK is not the only place. There are so many options. There are so many countries where you can go to and you have a good life. So many options. So anytime people are always talking about UK, it must be UK, it must be, I said, please calm down. It must not be UK. It must not be true study. You can go through skilled worker routes. It's not the UK now that people are buying fake US and they are coming here to land themselves into trouble. They come here, there are no jobs. And then some people might even be aware before coming, and they be like, okay, when we get there, we'll find our way through it. But my dear, it's not worth it. You can find your way through it, but guess what? When you go to another company that is not the company sponsoring you, you cannot work more than 20 hours in a week extra for that company. And you know how these countries are. The policies are tight, it's strict. No company will even employ you and give you a full-time position when they are not the ones sponsoring you. So if you want to work for another company, when you eventually comes, that means you have to look for another sponsor to switch. And of course, it's not a walk in the park. So what do I tell people? I keep saying, if you have this money, in fact, what's prompted these Canada videos that I'm doing is because I find out that people have the money. It's just information that they lack. If you have this money, £10,000, £15,000, £7,000 to buy COS, my dear, that money can get you a good life somewhere else. You can use it somewhere else. It must not be UK. If the study route is too expensive, maybe you're the group of people that cannot afford the study route, that can't even afford the COS, Canada is calling. That is what prompted this Canada series that I've been doing. In this series, I've shown you guys how to create an express entry profile, assuming you want to go through the express entry pathway to Canada. I showed you how to create an express entry profile, what implications your profile, your age, your experiences, your qualification means, how it's going to be ranked. And I also showed you people that when you are in the express entry pool, don't just fold your hands and wait for them to draw. You can do things to improve your score. Is that not what we've been talking about? Now we talked about getting a job in Canada. I showed you people how you can navigate through the job bank and get a job in Canada. I showed you people how you can draft your CV to meet up to Canadian standard. And I also told you people how important your cover letter is to your job application. We've done all that in our previous videos. If you've not seen the videos, please do well to check my channel and see the videos. Now today, it's another pathway. It's another thing you can do to boost your score while you're in the express entry pool, and that is provincial nominations. I mentioned it in the past video. I said I'm going to tell you people about this. Provincial nomination is another way of boosting your score, your CRS ranking, while you're waiting in the pool. Or you can even go straight ahead, and instead of using the express entry route, you just go straight to use provincial nomination. They have their own pathway which you can actually follow without necessarily going through the express entry route. So that is all I'm going to be showing you people in this video, in today's video. Okay, so guys, a lot of provinces in Canada, in fact Canada as a whole is calling. Canada is calling. People, opportunities are there. Canada is opening their borders. Canada is calling. A lot of provinces in Canada, in fact basically every province in Canada currently have streams they are running, provincial nomination streams they are running, pathways for you to migrate, live and work in Canada. A lot of you might be daunted, you might be scared, like everybody knows that we don't need to see Canada visa. Yeah, but that was in the past. This time around, have you tried again? Why not give it a try? Go to these provinces, look at the provincial nominations, look at the ones that you qualify for, and start applying. Start applying, my dears. Okay, I'm going to be giving you 4 provinces that are currently doing streams, that are currently doing programs that you might find interesting, that you might be qualified for. They are not the only ones. Do your research. Go to canada.ca. I keep on telling you people, don't wait to be spoon-fed. Don't wait. Do your research. Go online. The problem we have generally in Africa is that we don't read, we don't research, we don't want to do these things, but there are information there. Informations are out there. Some of you, you have the money, but you don't have the information, the right information, and I'm here to open your eyes. If you've not been thinking of Canada, if all you've been thinking of is the United Kingdom, my dear, it's time to spread your tentacles. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you guys 4 provinces, the names of 4 provinces that are currently running programs that will be beneficial to you. Go there, research more on it, check the eligibility requirements, and find out if you're eligible. Please don't hesitate. Go straight away, rush and start applying. The first province is the province of Alberta. Alberta is calling. Have you heard of that program? Alberta is calling. They have a lot of streams going on. Right now, the one that captured my attention is the Rural Renewal Stream. Go to the province of Alberta. The link to this stream is right in the description box of this video. Go there and read it up. Find out the eligibility requirements. There are a lot of cities there in which there are lots of companies, lots of employers that have need for workers, drivers, cashiers, nurses, what have you. This is Alberta Rural Renewal Stream. This is the eligibility. You find out if you're eligible before you go ahead to apply. When you come to the Alberta program, the Rural Renewal Program in Alberta, these are the designated communities. So what you will do is when you go to these designated communities, for example, this city of Whitecourt, city of Grand Prairie or something, you go to their websites. Go to their website, search in your Google, town of Whitecourt Rural Renewal Program. Google is going to take you there. When you go there, go to the job board. This town of Whitecourt Rural Renewal Program, they will have a job board where the companies, the eligible companies that can employ through this program will post the jobs that are available. That is where you go to find the jobs, because you know that this program is employer based. It's not the type you can just go straight ahead to apply by yourself. You have to go through an employer. The employer employs you and processes your documents for the province to be able to nominate you, and then you go ahead to go to IRCC to apply. So that is how this program is run. Go and check it out. The link is in the description. Check it out. Go to this town, Municipal of Jasper. Go to Google, type in your data, Municipal of Jasper. Go there. When you go to Municipal of Jasper, go to their Rural Renewal Stream. When you go to the Rural Renewal Stream in the Municipal of Jasper, you see the job board where candidates can apply. Go to the job board, you click on the job board, then you see companies that are employing and the jobs, the positions that are available. If it is a position you have experience in, of course, you go ahead and apply. Then you start it off from there. Once the companies give you a job, they kickstart it off from there. Every other thing will be done by the company. The only major thing you have to do is to turn in your application. Every other thing will be done by the company until you get your provincial nomination. And once you get your provincial nomination, you will go ahead to apply to IRCC for your visa and work permits. Okay? The second province is Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia has the one they call occupation in demand. You go there, you find out if you have experience in one of the occupations that are in demand in Nova Scotia, you go straight up and start applying. Guys, this is real. People are moving through these pathways. I will show you the occupation in demand. The list also is in the description box of this video. Okay, here, look at what I'm saying. This is occupations in demand for Nova Scotia. You see the eligibility requirements. Look at the eligibility. You must have a full-time permanent offer from a Nova Scotia employer in either this NOC, nurse aides, food and beverage servers, food counter, light duty cleaners, transport truck drivers, heavy equipment operators, construction trade helpers, and laborers. So these are the occupations in demand. Now, before you say, oh, my occupation is not part of this occupation in demand list, please make sure that you visit this, go to this NOC numbers they have written here. For example, nurse aides. We all know that Canada called yes nurse aides. In other countries like UK here, they are called healthcare assistants. They are called support workers. So don't just scan through it and run off and say, oh, that you are not eligible, your occupation is not among the ones listed. Go to this nurse aid, for example, the NOC 33102. When you go there, browse through it, read it up, read the details, see the duties. You can find out, well, by the time you go through it and look at the duties, you'll find out that these duties are exactly the duties you are performing in your current position. But because they did not call it the same name you guys call it in your country, you might say, oh, that your occupation is not part of here. So always look up the NOC codes that they mention as their occupations in demand. Find out the duties of these truck drivers, the duties of the food and beverage servers, the duties of the heavy equipment operators, and be sure that this is what you are doing in your current position, or this is not what you're doing in your current position. Okay, that way you'll be able to know that, okay, you have the experience and you're ready to apply. Other requirement is for you to have 1 year experience in the related job. See, Canadians are serious about experience. If they say have at least 1 year equipment, please, 1 year experience, please, when you're drafting your CV, make sure that whatever date you're putting there, if you're saying that you have been a light duty cleaner from January 2027 to, make sure that it covers 1 year experience and it is not beyond the past 3 years. For example, if maybe you have worked as a light duty cleaner before in the past, and then now you are actually working maybe as a receptionist, for example, and you want to bring in that your light duty cleaner experience in your CV, make sure that you did not put a date that is past 3 years ago. Bring it up. Bring down your light duty cleaner as your most current experience so that it will not be 3 years behind. They want you to have the experience, 1 year experience, up to 1 year experience that is not older than 3 years ago. I hope you guys are understanding it. So have the experience, be between 21 to 55 years old, have a high school diploma, have the appropriate training and accreditation, prove language ability equal to Canadian benchmark CLB level 4, and then show enough financial resources to successfully settle in Nova Scotia. The third one I'm going to be mentioning is New Brunswick, the Critical Worker Pilot Program in New Brunswick. In this one, I think they have about 5 companies that are designated to employ people from the overseas to come and work for them and migrate to Canada, of course. So when you go, you find out these 5 companies, you go to their website. Some of them, they are into a lot of things. Some of them are into agriculture, consumer goods. I think one is into wood production and what have you. You go there and you start applying. New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot Program. Okay, this one is, like I told you people, they have participating employers. They are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 employers that are participating. Okay, some of them are into agriculture, others are into grocery goods, consumer products, and the rest of them. So what you will do is to go to these companies, apply directly to the companies. The Critical Worker Pilot is an employer-driven stream based on targeted recruitment for skilled workers, and therefore candidate applications to the pilot are made through the participant employers. The program does not accept direct applications from interested candidates. There is no requirement under this program to send your resume to immigration NB. Okay, so this program basically is employer driven. When you are interested, you apply direct to the employer. It is now the employer that will pick it up from there, from giving you a job to applying for you to get your provincial nomination, and then you kick it off from there to applying to IRCC for your Canadian PR or work permit, and then you are started going to Canada. Okay, so this is for Nova Scotia. The last one is the province of Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan, you can go to Saskatchewan. There are a lot of programs Saskatchewan is running. You also go and see the expression of interest form. You fill it in and indicate your interest to move and live in the province of Saskatchewan. The expression of interest is not really a job application. It's just you telling them that this is what you can do, and then filling out your details, your profile, your occupation, your interest, your experience, and all that. And if you meet up with their requirements, they are going to give you an invitation to now properly apply for provincial nominations. A lot of them. This is just to mention but a few. There's a lot happening right now. There's a lot happening right now. You guys can take advantage of. So guys, please don't dull. And then another advice I'm going to give you really is, if you plan to go to Canada, if you know that you're serious about moving to Canada, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't stay and be waiting for those programs that are going to be demanding no English language test from you. Don't stay and be waiting for those ones that they'll tell you, come and apply, you don't need English language test. No, go and write your English language test. Go and write IELTS, write CELPIP. I mentioned it before. Write IELTS, write CELPIP. It doesn't matter what the score is, just target to have like a band 7. But then it's not necessary that if you don't have a band 7, you're not going. You can target it and then you just write. When you write IELTS, it's better for you. You open yourself up to a wide range of opportunities instead of waiting for a cheap way to cut corners. No. If you have high degree, if you have higher education qualifications, go and get your credentials evaluated. That way you're setting yourself up for greater heights. You're not limiting yourself. Do these things, be serious about it. If you also want to go through the study pathway, of course, you know that the study route is the quickest way actually for you to migrate abroad. The study routes, check Canada, check UK. In fact, USA has a lot of universities that are giving scholarships, a lot of universities where you can actually study for free, depending on if it's BSc or Masters you want to go for. And remember that all these programs that are running in Canada, of course, you can be able to move with your family. You can be able to move with your family. So UK is not the only option. It is not, and it will never be the only option, guys. UK is not the only option, so don't make it your only option. Go and explore. All right, guys, so having said all this, of course, I'll put my ears on the ground. And anytime I have any information that will benefit you, of course, I will run back here to come and tell you about it. Until my next video, you take care of yourself, love yourself, and be good. Bye-bye.